In previous episode, Prince Rama proved that he was not just a young prince but a divine warrior. He defeated the terrifying demoness Tataka, restoring life and peace to a once cursed forest. But Rama's journey has only just begun. A greatest test awaited him. A battle that would shake the heavens, and a mysterious encounter that would reveal one of the most emotional stories of Ramayana. Welcome to episode 4 of Valmiki Ramayana. After slaying the powerful demoness Tataka, pleased with Rama's courage and discipline, sage Vishwamitra rewarded Rama and Lakshmana with divine celestial weapons blessed by the gods. Soon after, the sage brought the princes to Siddha Ashrama, where a sacred yajna was about to begin. But the ritual has long been disturbed by powerful demons. Rama and Lakshmana has come for a reason, to protect the sacrifice. And now the real test was about to begin. After reaching Siddha Ashrama, Rama respectfully asked sage Vishwamitra, "O revered sage, at what time do these demons come to disturb the sacred ritual, and when must we guard the yajna?" Sage replied calmly, "Rama, from today, you must protect this sacred ritual for 6 days and 6 nights." After saying this, sage Vishwamitra observed a vow of silence and began the yajna. From that moment, Rama and Lakshmana stood guard. For 6 long days and nights, the two princes remained alert, protecting the sacred fire without rest. The forest was silent, but on the 6th day, just as the ritual was nearing completion, a terrifying sound echoed across the sky. Dark clouds gathered. A violent storm began to form. Suddenly, 2 powerful demons appeared in the sky, Maricha and Subahu, along with their followers. With cruel laughters, they began raining down streams of blood and flesh onto the sacred fire to destroy the yajna. But Rama was ready. Without hesitation, Rama took up his bow. He invoked the Manava Astra and aimed it directly at Maricha. The powerful arrow struck Maricha in the chest and hurled him across the sky for hundreds of yojana, throwing him far into the distant ocean. Yet Maricha survived the attack. Then Rama invoked the Agneya Astra, the celestial weapon of fire. He released the blazing arrow towards Subahu. The weapon struck him with divine force, and Subahu fell dead to the ground. Lakshmana then attacked the remaining demons and destroyed them using his arrows. Within moments, the sky cleared, the storm vanished, the sacred yajna was finally completed without disturbances. The sages were filled with joy. Sage Vishwamitra was proud of Rama's victory. The divine purpose of Rama has once again been fulfilled. After the successful completion of yajna, sage Vishwamitra said to the princes, "Rama, King Janaka of Mithila is performing a great sacrifice. There lies the divine bow of Lord Shiva, worshipped for generations. Let us travel there." The other sages also suggested that Rama should witness the great bow of Shiva. Rama humbly agreed. Soon, sage Vishwamitra, along with Rama and Lakshmana and the sages, began their journey towards Mithila. On the way to Mithila, Rama noticed an ancient hermitage. It appeared scared and peaceful, yet strangely it seemed deserted. Curious, Rama asked sage Vishwamitra, "O great sage, this hermitage appears holy and auspicious, but it seems abandoned. Whose hermitage is this?" Sage Vishwamitra smiled. He knew that the time has come for another divine moment in Rama's journey. He said, "Rama, the hermitage once belonged to the great sage Gautama and his wife Ahalya." And thus, sage Vishwamitra began narrating the story of Ahalya. Long ago, sage Gautama lived here with his beautiful wife Ahalya. They practiced deep penance for many years. But Lord Indra, the king of gods, has long been fascinated by Ahalya's beauty. One day, when sage Gautama was away from the hermitage, Indra disguised himself as Gautama and approached Ahalya. Ahalya realized that this was not her husband, but Indra. Yet, overcome by fate and confusion, she accepted him. Soon after, sage Gautama returned to the hermitage. Using his divine powers, he understood what had happened. Enraged by Indra's deception, the sage cursed him. And then he cursed Ahalya as well. He said, "You shall remain invisible, unseen by all living beings, surviving only on air and lying in the dust for thousands of years." But when Rama, the son of King Dasharatha, enters this hermitage, his divine presence will free you from this curse. After speaking these words, Sage Gautama left for Himalayas to continue his penance. Now, as Rama stepped into the hermitage, something extraordinary happened. A radiant glow began to appear. The curse was breaking. Ahalya finally became visible again. She emerged with divine beauty. Purified by years of penance, overwhelmed with gratitude, she bowed at Rama's feet. Soon after, Sage Gautama returned and was reunited with Ahalya. Peace was restored once again. After receiving their blessings, Rama and Lakshmana and sage Vishwamitra continued their journey towards Mithila. They did not yet know that destiny was about to unfold, a meeting that would change the course of Ramayana forever. In the next episode, Rama will arrive in Mithila, the mighty bow of Lord Shiva awaits, and the world will witness the beginning of divine union between Rama and Sita. If you enjoy discovering the timeless stories of Valmiki Ramayana, make sure to subscribe and follow this channel because this journey has only just begun. Jai Shri Ram.